Bounce back game for your club here tonight, Randy?
Yeah, you know, losing streaks, you don't want them to linger, and the one was lingering long enough for us. And as I stated, I thought we played much better in Chicago than we did in the Carolina game, and then the game against Philly at home. So hopefully, you know, we can use this as a little bit of a breather for us. We can enjoy the holiday. It's the best Christmas present we could have given ourselves, and then get ready to embark on a 5-game road trip, and that's going to be a tough one coming.
How sour would it have been if you had gone into Christmas on a 4-game?
Well, to us, it's always sour. You know, when you lose, it's sour. But if you don't leave things and park them, you could be crazy in sports, and you have a life to live, and obviously it's a lot more fun when you win.
You've been juggling around the lines a little bit these last few games. Is there a look you're trying to find, or is it something?
Well, I try to balance out, because I think we, you know, with the Bozak line, and then now we feel that Kadri, we can play him, you know, and he's going to have to continue to grow into his role. And if we can get a 1-2 punch going, and then have a contribution from a third line that we can rely on. Again, we're always looking for those 9 forwards, the grouping of 9 forwards that can provide offense.
Do you like the fit with him in JVR?
Well, it's so far, you know. JVR enjoys playing there too, so it's not like we're taking anybody out of position. They get equal ice time. He still gets his power play and penalty killing minutes. What it does, it moves Lupul up in our lineup.
Success on your PK begin with Jonathan here tonight?
As always, your goalie's your #1 penalty killer, and you know, Bernie, he was called on far too often tonight again, but seemed at the end of the second period we got into the stall mode, and we just couldn't even get the puck out of our zone on a power play. They got 4 or 5 shots on their penalty killing versus our power play, but that's what happens when you're on the road. You know, they're going to make a push, and we were able to withstand the storm, but Bernie was a big reason for it.
How big a challenge are the remaining 5 games of this trip after the break? You'll be away the whole time. You won't be able to come back at all.
Yeah, but that's life in the NHL. You're going to be taxed in certain situations. We're going to go to Florida, so we're not going to a bad place. You know, we're going to Fort Lauderdale and Tampa, and then we trek up to Boston, and obviously Boston and the teams that we're playing those first 3 road games are good hockey clubs, and they're peaking. You know, Florida's made an impression on the road here as of late, and Tampa again, you know, they're in first place, and you look at Boston with Krejci and Chara back, that seems to have solidified their group again. So it's going to get tougher. It's not going to get easier. We know that.